All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're looking at a really compassionate new vision for how technology can support our aging loved ones. And we're not talking about some complex, frustrating gadget, but something more like a quiet, dignified companion.
So, where does a story like this even begin? Well, it starts with a simple, really powerful plea from a woman named Mrs. Patterson. All she wanted to do was video call her granddaughter. And her struggle, it just revealed this heartbreaking gap in our super-connected world. The very tools meant to bring us all together were actually leaving some of our most loved ones behind.
And look, this isn't just about one person's story. It points to this massive digital divide. Get this, nearly 40% of seniors are cut off from smartphones, which are, the main lifeline for modern communication. That's a huge number. And that isolation, it has a real impact.
So how in the world do you start to bridge a gap that big? Well, the answer doesn't start with lines of code or fancy algorithms. It actually starts with compassion, a mission that's really rooted in some powerful personal life lessons.
The philosophy behind this new way of thinking was built on three core pillars. First, this incredible resilience learned from a father who served in World War II and went on to become a judge. Second, this deep, deep compassion inspired by a mother who, after being orphaned as a child, dedicated her entire life to nursing. And finally, this unwavering belief from a college professor that every single problem has a solution. You just have to find the right way to look at it.
Okay, and this is where it gets really interesting. It's all about how we completely reframe the whole concept of AI. We take it from this cold, kind of scary, intimidating thing and turn it into something much more human, something you can actually approach.
The whole idea is that AI is not here to replace people. No way. Think of it more like an instrument, right? Like a guitar. It's totally silent until a person decides to pick it up and make music.
Or how about a chef's knife? It's a super sharp, effective tool for sure, but it just sits there. It needs a person's intention to turn a bunch of ingredients into a wonderful meal.
Even a simple hammer, it can only build a home when it's guided by someone's vision. And it's the exact same idea here. AI is a tool that just rests quietly until we give it a purpose.
So all of that brings us to this really beautiful core concept, AI as an invisible companion. It's this quiet, respectful helper that empowers seniors by being there when they need it, but totally invisible when they don't. It's all about support without surveillance, assistance without ever being intrusive.
And you can see just how massive a shift this is when you put it side by side with the old school assistive tech. We're talking about moving away from those clunky, kind of stigmatizing pendants and loud alarms to a system that's invisible and seamless. It's proactive. It gives gentle nudges instead of just reacting to emergencies. And it's all designed to foster independence, not reinforce dependency.
Okay, so that's the philosophy. But the real question is, does it actually work out there in the real world? Let's take a look at how this is already making a profound difference in people's lives.
So first up, let's talk about Mrs. Johnson. She's a 79-year-old widow who, like so many people, just wanted to live independently, but managing her health conditions at home was becoming a constant source of stress. She started using an AI-enabled system to help track her health vitals, and it just gave her this incredible sense of control back. Her daughter put it perfectly. She said her mom didn't feel like a patient anymore. She felt like herself again, just with this quiet little safety net in the background. And that right there is the whole goal, restoring that sense of self.
Next up, we have the story of Mr. Lee. He's a veteran who is facing that quiet epidemic of senior loneliness. When the pandemic hit and took away his social gatherings, he found himself more and more isolated.
So an AI-powered platform on his TV connected him with other veterans for things like trivia and card games, all based on his interests. And as he put it, he thought he was done making friends. The tech didn't just give him something to do, it helped him forge genuine new friendships. Just amazing. And for our last story, let's think about Maria. At 82, she was completely overwhelmed trying to manage her health in English when her primary language was Spanish. For her, technology wasn't just complex, it was literally a language barrier.
A bilingual voice assistant changed everything for her. It could answer her questions in Spanish, translate messages, manage her whole schedule. Her fear of the computer, it just faded away. And it was replaced by confidence and even, get this, a sense of play. She started asking it for new recipes and even jokes.
So when you look at all these incredible stories, you start to see a pattern, right? It all really boils down to 4 fundamental principles that are baked right into the design of this technology. Okay, so number 1, personalization. It adapts to individual needs, like Maria's language. Number 2, peace of mind. It helps both seniors and their families worry less, just like with Mrs. Johnson. Number 3, bridging the digital divide with simple, empathetic design. And number 4, and this is the most important one, dignity through empowerment. It's about amplifying abilities, not highlighting limitations.
So where is all of this headed? Well, when you start thinking this way, it paints a truly inspiring picture for the future of aging. A future where technology honors this stage of life as a time for empowerment, not decline.
I mean, just imagine a future with AI companions that actually learn our personal histories and grow with us. Healthcare systems that don't just react, but can predict our needs before they become emergencies. And platforms where seniors can mentor and share their incredible wisdom, making sure their legacies are preserved.
And this all leaves us with one final, really powerful thought to chew on. What if AI's true potential isn't about creating artificial minds at all? What if it's really about helping us care for one another better? What if its greatest purpose is to help us restore our most human connections, turning isolation into community and fear into empowerment?